Hey, what's up, guys? So, I had a great question, fantastic question. That question was, Joe, I want to buy the Tonal. I'm interested in bodybuilding, gaining muscle, changing my life. I appreciate the videos you've put out and you've inspired me. But something that I'm afraid of is the fact that if I do go ahead and bodybuild and try to change my life and all this stuff, all the muscle that I build when I get older is going to end up turning into fat. Now, the question was basically, should I buy the Tonal? Should I even bother? Because I don't want to get fat. So, good question, because honestly, there's a lot of people who ask this question. In fact, ever since I've been making progress in the weight room, or on my Tonal, as you guys know, ever since I've been making progress, I've had a million people tell me, Joe, don't gain too much muscle. Because if you gain too much muscle, you're going to end up getting fat. Now, guys, I'm definitely going to take that as a compliment because, believe me, I know I am not anywhere near the most muscular guy. I mean, I appreciate that. That means a lot. I'm nowhere near the most muscular guy in the room. Plenty of more people have muscle than me. I wanted to talk about this. Many people out there believe that gaining muscle, if you gain too much, eventually it's going to turn into fat if you stop exercising or if you get older. Okay? By the way, please forgive all the noise in the background. Many people feel this way, but guys, let's look at what happens, okay? I'm going to break it down. I'm going to try to break it down as simple as possible. I want to start off by saying fat and muscle, two completely different things. If you think they're not, I want you to try to forget anything you've ever heard before and hear me out. Fat and muscle, two completely different things. I'm starting off by saying fat cannot turn into muscle. Muscle cannot turn into fat. And we're going to talk about why right now. Let's get into it. Okay, so what happens when you bodybuild? When you bodybuild, your muscles start to grow, right? And because your muscles start to grow, your body starts to burn more calories. Okay, your muscles, the bigger your muscles are, the more muscle you have on your frame, the more calories start to be burned. Okay, that means that you can eat more. You can eat more calories now because you're burning off more calories because you're gaining muscle. So that is one way that gaining muscle helps you to lose weight, lose fat, right? Now, you also have to keep in mind that the fact that you're exercising in the first place, any type of movement, whether it be dumbbells, whether it be the Tonal, whether you're running, whether you're jumping, any type of movement at all, that movement is going to cause you to also lose weight because you're moving. So that's going to cause you to lose weight, okay? Keep those two things in mind. Now, let's say, for example, you have a guy. You have me. I'm bodybuilding, I'm losing weight, I'm gaining muscle, all this stuff. And all of a sudden, I stop. I decide, I don't feel like doing this anymore. It takes up too much time. It takes too much effort. I don't want to bodybuild anymore. Let's say I do that. More than likely, I'm going to still be eating the same amount that I've been eating the entire time that I've been bodybuilding. But the difference is that now, because I stopped bodybuilding, my muscles are not growing, okay? And if you want to keep muscle on your frame, you have to continue to bodybuild. You have to stimulate the muscle. If you don't stimulate the muscle, you're going to lose the muscle. That's just the way it works. You have to stimulate it in order to keep it. So let's say Joe says, I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm going to probably continue to eat the same way I've been eating, but I'm not going to have the muscle to burn off the actual calories that I'm putting in. And also, I'm not going to be moving around as much in general because I'm not exercising, so I'm not going to be burning off the calories in that way either. So what's going to happen? Because I'm still eating the same way, And because I'm not burning the same muscle as I was previous, because of the amount of muscle on my body, because it's slowly disappearing because I'm not stimulating my muscles, and because the fact that I'm not moving as much, I'm going to be gaining more weight. At the same time that I'm losing muscle, I'm gaining fat. So it appears to anybody looking that all my muscle is turning into fat, but it's not. You're simply losing muscle and getting fat. Now, if you look at bodybuilders, they're a completely different animal, but the same thing happens. If you look at the greats, you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger in the greatest day that he's ever had, the biggest he's ever been. You look at him, the guy's massive. If you look at him now, he's shrunk by 1,000,000 times. He even got flabby at one point. But guys, why is that? Bodybuilders are different because they're taking steroids. When you take steroids, the steroid allows your body to be able to grow and maintain more muscle than if you didn't have the steroid. So naturally, you are growing more muscle, which is burning more fat because you have more muscle on your frame. Because remember, the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn. So what happens? Now they stop taking the steroid, they start to lose the muscle. And because they start to lose the muscle, their muscles are shrinking, so they look like they're getting smaller, and they're gaining weight because now the muscle's not there to eat up all the fat. And more than likely, if they stop bodybuilding, they're moving around less also. So they're not stimulating the muscle's not growing. These are all things that contribute. So that's why bodybuilders in particular look even worse when they stop. Because when they stop, they're going from gigantic human beings to tiny human beings because they don't have those anabolic steroids to build them up and keep them built up. So that's basically what it is. So muscle does not turn into fat. That's a myth. Although it might look like it does not. Keep that in mind. There's no reason why you shouldn't build as much muscle as possible. And honestly, guys, Tonal is the way to do it, in my opinion. I look forward to seeing you all in a new video sometime soon. Be safe. I'll catch you at that next video.